Everybody, hey, welcome back to the ArmTalk. I'm your host, Jody Williams, and thing rolling with the ladies round robin that will take place in April of next year. But like I said, the goal is we're going to have at least one athlete from each division, have them on the show. We could talk about it and talk about what they expect in 2026. So tonight, I got Madison Lynn. I got Amanda Marshall. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, question. So, as you know, I made a prediction. Okay. So 160 class, who I thought might be a favorite to win. And when the show was over, Miss Madison was just giving me the business, basically saying, "Oh, thanks for the motivation." Okay. So I'm glad I sparked the fire. I am. I'm really glad I sparked the fire. So without giving any secret, what is your game plan going at? Was it April 28th? Is that what it is?
April 11th.
11th? Okay. What is your game plan going forward? Tell me.
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
he pissed
What's
you
the
off
game
first.
plan?
Oh, sorry. I'm just training. I don't have really anyone to practice with near me, so I've been traveling about an hour and 45 minutes to practice with some people, but new gym, new house, so I'm just training. So it's nice. Ray Romanowski got me on a little program, so I'm just sticking with it and working consistency. So that's all.
Well, so far, somebody thinks CB991-4 says the winner's on the show right now. So I'm assuming they mean you. So there you go.
Thanks.
On the other side of the table, Miss Amanda, we had some additions to your class last week in the names of Leanne Wilson and Bethany Ritchie. How do you feel now going into your round robin match?
Even before those two joined in, I knew I was coming up to a good battle. Just having Tamara, Danielle, even Ursula. I mean, and I'm forgetting everybody else is in there too. A couple of ladies I have no clue about. Um, I definitely know I'm an underdog in this one, and I even have myself placed with that. Round robin is completely out of my comfort zone. I'm really not going to know how to train with that. But again, you chase the losses and you go and compete with anybody that's supposed to be better than you. So I like that there's some badasses in there that are I know there's better women in there, and I love it because I just want to see where I am every time I go to the table, and I peak a little better each time. So I'm still going forward and not backwards.
Well, let's take a look at your class. We got 12 ladies, and yourself included. So you got Ursula Askey, Kelly Beals, Jessica Boss, Danielle Evanson, yourself, Tamara Mitz, Jessica Potts, Bethany Ritchie, Pauline Sirkin, Leanne Wilson, Kim Wood, Lucky Wood.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a good class.
Wow.
Like I said, I definitely in this moment, right in this moment, I will be bottom six. I'm you know, I think Leanne is definitely the favorite, and there's nothing wrong with that. Same with I think people are thinking Leanne, Danielle, and Tamara top three, but I would not count out Ursula and Kelly. Um, so I know I can see Lucky making top six, but yeah, for me, I see him in the bottom six. I don't want to be dead last, that's for sure. But
Well, having Lucky on the show last week, along with Tamara, and I even brought Gina on the show. And the biggest thing we talked about with these round robins is who do you match up with and when you match up with, right?
mhm.
So who knows if Leanne's the favorite, for an example, and let's just say you get her at the very last round, okay? And she's went through some battles and some wars. you might be able to sneak in a win. And if you do, that speaks a lot of volumes in my book. And I understand, because there's always going to be questions, right? About, well, can they do that fresh for fresh? You girls know that. I know that. Everybody in the chat knows that. We all get it that, you can only be your best shot the first round. After that, depending on how the first match goes, there's going to be some grinders and stuff. But still, a win's a win. Girls agree with that.
And realistically, who really wants to be grinding? From my perspective, you want to be fast. You don't want to have battles. You want to go in and get it done. Learen's fast. Bethany has a nice hit. Danielle has a nice hit. Again, there's probably about 5 girls I know nothing about. So, which honestly, I really like that, because we have a few people who've been around the bush, and then we have people who are new. So again, if you want women's sports to grow, you gotta do a good mixture, So, shit, if I had Learen like first go, I'm gonna be honest, Learen. I'm gonna false start a couple of times just to get that fouling out the way. I don't want my, there's some strategy, but you get up to the tables and nerves could get the best of you. Like this is a different nerve, placement. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be, anxious and then I'm also going to be like, I don't want to embarrass myself with you on the stage. So, but that just comes with it.
Right. We have a question from it's CB991 down. Any syllables for me to be saying, so we're just going to say CB for CB says, Amanda, if you see this round robin happening this way, which match are you happy to take home? Like any goal within the round robin? Like, is there a certain woman in your class you really want to beat? What does that look like for you? And then we'll ask Madison the same question.
I got 3 that I would like. One, I've never beaten Lucky. She can be my best friend all day, but I need that because I pulled her. I would love to beat Bethany, and I did not get a chance to pull Kelly at Michigan. So again, I'm going up with women I haven't gripped up with.
Right. So Madison, same question to you, but before you answer that, I'm gonna run your list down. So Jolene Clark, Amanda Dyer, Kathy Facey, Freddie Forrest, Lorraine LeBlanc, yourself, Tiffany Lynn, Katie Marie, Crystal Marr, Stephanie Spencer, Martha Swig. Those 11 women I just mentioned. For you, who is that one person you really want to beat?
Marlene, 100%.
I need that one.
When I was in college, I don't know. I came back for a weekend. I was like, let's drive to South Carolina. And then I met Marlene and she beat me twice. And I feel like ever since then, I want a rematch where I'm like prepared and I actually was training. So I'm really excited to pull Marlene again. Katie, I'm excited too. She's probably the tallest woman I've ever I'm going to be pulling. So that's going to be exciting to see that. And then Martha, I pulled in 2021 when I first started. So to see her again, I know I won those 2 matches, but I would like to see how I pull against her now because I know she's been getting stronger. So I think those 3 I'm looking forward to the most.
And my co-host Nathan Williamson and I were talking, and he has you picking like as the winner. I got Katie Marie, so that is of all the ladies in that class. That's the one match we're both looking forward to. You and Katie, how you stack up, that kind of stuff, and it's like going, okay, I just see this collision now. Whether it happens in round 1, round 5, or round 11, that's the match, we're all looking forward to. But because there is a Martha Swick, because there's a Merlene, hey, Jolene Clark, Kathy Face, I mean, the list goes on and on. There could be a couple upsets. And so you got to look at it this way. Okay. So, and every time we talk about a women's round robin, at least I do, I constantly got to bring this name up because it sets the stage for what's about to go down. Jocelyn, we all know the queen of the North America. We know, right? So last year, we thought she did something we thought nobody could do. She actually pinned Sarah Backman. And that at that up until that point, we all thought Sarah's gonna win. Everybody else was fighting for second. And when she made that pin, boom, shockwaves, right? Okay, cool. Won the whole thing. And then proceeded the following weekend to go up to Mac and beat Heidi, right? Cordner. No rest. Went up there, 3-0. Thanks for playing. See you next time. And then that catapulted her. I see something like that for somebody. I don't know who. Now would be the time to make that. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, absolutely.
And that's pretty much how I'm saying that, because I do see someone coming out of here making noise. And the reason why I say that is because with so many social media outlets out there, trust me when I say this, Ian going to be watching. Tim Talmadge is going to be watching. There's other promoters that are going to be watching, if not there in person. So when you see that, you never know. You may not come in first, second, or third, but you may have a damn good match, and all of a sudden you may catch the ride, and now you may get a phone call saying, hey, Amanda, I like what you did. Hey, we'd love to have you at my event. Madison might say, oh, okay, that's cool. And all of a sudden she might get a call from Ian Carnegie, for example. Hey, want to be on the main card? What if we see a Madison verse, I don't know, Courtney Hike, just for example. Hey, why not, right? If you do good and you see that, what would that do for you? Madison, Maddie, what does that do for you? If you win this round robin and all of a sudden, Ian says, hey, how about you? How about Courtney for the MAC championship belt at one of my events down the road? What would you say?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like the good thing about this round robin is it's another chance just to promote myself. I went to Montana. I won that 3-0, and I got nothing after that. So it was a little discouraging. So I feel like with this round robin, I feel like there's more eyes looking and therefore more competitors. So hopefully it will have more opportunities. So I'm 100%. If someone wants to reach out and want to pull me, I will clear as day say yes, because I was on the opposite end of it and still am, where I'm messaging people, promoters are messaging people, and no one wants to pull. Like, people don't want to ruin their rankings or get a bad rep. And that's probably my hardest thing, is I was going to compete sometime this year a bunch of times, but women were saying no. And that's something I talked to Lucky about too. I'm like, give me a woman that wants to pull, please, because I'm so tired of people saying no. It was very frustrating, very discouraging. So that's why I took some time off, and I was just like, you know what? Yeah, but I'm really excited for this.
I think if you're not going to take a match for your ranking, you forfeit your ranking. Especially if you've had it
100%.
for especially if it is a legit matchup, weight classes, everything. People have been sitting on I'm going to say it, people have been sitting on their fucking rankings for over a year, rejecting shit. Snatch that shit out. Hell, pop them back at 10th place, because come on. You're there. You want it. Fight for it. Like, I get
Yeah.
6 months, plan it, whatever. Do what you got to do. I understand we all have families and everything too. But if you're somebody who likes that ranking shit, and you're not taking shit, you don't need to be number one, number two, number three.
100%. I was
And
going up to people and be like, how can I get a match with this person? Because no one's taking it, and might as well, I'll just go right up, So right after Montana, I was reaching out to all these people. Everyone was saying no. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to get better, also compete, if everyone's just going to be saying no and playing it safe? So I went to an old timer and I was basically like, how can I get up there? And he goes, listen, Maddie, I'm going to break it down very small. And it stuck with me. It still sticks with me. Those top people don't want to pull anyone that's not there yet, because why risk themselves? Why risk getting beat? Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. But why would they? So now I have to promote myself to promoters to get me up there, not go right to the girls. I have to go around them. So it sucks, and I don't feel like that's how it should be, but I'm seeing more and more of it.
I get some sides of that because if you've got somebody who's in the top and they've been on the East versus West stage, money has to get involved, to
100%.
get somebody. And I definitely feel like if you have been to a place where you've been on stage and your name might not be picked on this round robin, it's because you're worth money. And then there's no money yet for this round robin to be offering. This is a start off. This is a baseline. Gina is knocking out the park with this shit right now. Like, she's getting shit done. And all we can do is try to
Yes.
show up, show out, and help it, you know. But yeah, I'm sorry. There's rankings, and some of the girls' rankings are stupid as hell too. Like, the plus side is we're getting enough now where we're gonna have more than the 154 and the 155 plus. So I definitely think we have enough for 140s, 154, 155, and 176 is up. We're more women are coming, and more young women are coming too. So I like this round robin with having more of a mix of newbies, amateurs, whatever you're going to call it. I'm for it. Yeah.
I want to circle back on what you ladies just talked about with the rankings. And I want you ladies' opinion. I want people in the chat. I want their opinion. So when I say this, it'll make sense, but just bear with me. So this is how I feel about the rankings. And we'll just use numbers for a second, right? Let's just say I'm ranked 10th, right? And then I want to challenge Amanda, who's ranked number 5. But Amanda says, no, I want to focus on people above me. I want to challenge Maddie, but Maddie's at number 3, and Maddie wants to say, no, I want to focus on the 1 and 2 spots. That's the kind of shit I've been witnessing the last few years with these rankings.
Amen.
They only want to focus on the people above them. It's like going, okay, so if that's the case, then we're just chasing our tail the entire time, right? Now, on top of that, if I'm the number 1 person, you have to know everyone's throwing darts at you. There's a bullseye for you. If you work so hard to get to that spot and then you're just going to sit there and put it in neutral, then no, you don't deserve to be up there no more. That's just my personal opinion, because what's the point? It makes no sense,
What?
That's just me though.
No, I agree with that, because let's run that back. Because back on the podcast with the Lucky Ones, within the first several episodes, we had people who run the rankings from several states come in and talk about the rules. And they had specific rules. You had to take a match within 3 to 6 months. Okay, so you make the rules and you don't follow them. What the hell?
They used to say the dates.
We're calling you out on it. If you do not take the ranking, okay, I think Shane now does the Southeast ones. So let's say, okay, I think I'm 8 in the 155 plus. Let's say the 10th lady before me. If she wants to pull me and I say no, like I don't agree to something within a specific time frame, I'm off the list. Kick my ass off that list, or they automatically take my spot. If you have to compromise, okay, we have more women coming up. We have more teams. If you all are about the rankings, you got to make shit work. If not, then just say, rankings don't matter to me. Go ahead and take me off your list, but yeah, right. No, you have to. North Carolina, we've got like women over there. No, challenge. The deal is you've got 3 to 6 months because people have things going on. So compromise. Get with the promoter, get with the other puller, and y'all make a schedule. And if you can't get it within 6 months, something's got to happen. Just is what it is.
Here's a question for you, lady. Do all women prefer round robins? Can I say something first before y'all answer?
Yep.
So I think, and I've talked about this time and time again. I said it with Lucky. I said it with Tamara, Gina. I've said it with Katie Owens. I said it with a lot of people. I think the round robins is a event where you can get all of them here at one time. There's promoters out there who'll say, hey, we'll look at Tim Tom match, Arm Sports Entertainment, right? Hey, women pull for free. You get the same awards the guys get. Other promoters, I think Billy Ortega's in Texas, they get the same pay. The ladies get the same payouts, but a lot of them just don't show up. But with the round robin, guaranteed, all the ladies will show up to that one. So, who is it? Deborah Gibson. If I answer your question right, there you go. But now that question goes to you, ladies. I'll have Madison ask them first. Do all the women prefer round robins? Maddie, what do you think?
For me, I like the idea of 11 matches. I've never had a class that big. I think when I went into IFA Worlds, maybe 7 of us, but also they did until like top 3, and then you went later. So it's like a break. So this is going to be a whole new beat for me, which I'm excited for, but that's nerve-wracking. I feel like that's for everyone. I want to give my best to every single person, but I might not be able to, and I'm not laying down. I can't do that. No. So, I don't know. I feel like I love the super match aspect. I've only had one with Jolene Anderson, and I loved it. I loved just training for that match. I loved it. So, I mean, I also like this too, but it's hard. You can't study everyone. So you never know. I would not even have someone on my radar, and someone might just beat me the first round. I'd be like, well, damn, and then my whole game plan's off. So it's like you don't know. So my personal opinion, I like that everyone's gonna be there, but I like a super match better, or at
There
least
you
maybe a
go.
round, if that is
Right.
possible, like a small group, maybe not 11,
Yes.
but I don't know. I'll tell you after April.
Amanda, same question to you.
Well, I feel like I can't really answer it because I haven't done a round robin, but I get the concept of it. It's a sure bet to have enough women in there, so that's really great. But the format's a little, it's a slightly little different, because you can see your card play up. From what I understand of this round robin, we're not going to know till the day of. So yeah, round robins right now for women are probably a sure thing to kind of maybe get us going. But like you said, with the other tournaments, Tim Talmadge typically has a good turnout. Michigan has a typical turnout. Like Michigan had over 19 women. You know, I go where the women are, and if the women's not there, then like so be it. Usually the guys will let us pull. So I like the concept of the round robin. It's gotten men noticed, and hopefully it can get women noticed.
Here's a comment by Shane Owens, which I agree, by the way. I think you're seeing women willing to show up at a round robin because they know there will be women actually there. It's a crapshoot going to any given tournament on whether you'll have 1 or 7 women. That is absolutely correct and that's the point I was trying to make. You don't know until you show up as anyone. You don't know until you show up. Like who's going to be in your class? You don't know. Like here, I'll give you an example. November, right? So Ray Cody had a tournament. Right? In my opinion, he probably had too many women classes because only 5 women showed up, but he had 3 classes. Right? So there was cash to be had, but no one showed up. But I think that was on the weekend of WSA finals though too. So that probably played a lot into it. But again, there were some ladies that went home with a chunk of change because a lot of them didn't show up. That's just what it is. Whereas in this round robin, okay, you're going to be there. And I think Gina said top 3 will get paid out, correct?
I believe so.
So there you have it. So I'm excited. But Maddie, I want to get back to you for a second because I thought when that City Slickers versus Country Folk, and it's sad that's that's happening no more, but it was so exciting because think about this. It all came down to the last match. And City Slickers had 6 wins, and I think Country Folk had 6 wins, and we need a tiebreaker. And it came down to you and Jolene. And I'm thinking, okay, all this pressure to win, and you came out 3-0. And I really thought, I'm thinking, okay, Matt is going to be getting some calls, and then I heard nothing. And I'm like going, what are we doing here,
He got matches. Oh, you're going to get me amped up about that. I got nothing. I was so mad, but sorry, I had to interrupt you.
And I get that too, because Madison, you've been around longer.
I don't even know if I had. I have, but like I've not. Like I went away, I went back to school, back. So it's like everyone always asks me like how long I've been doing this. I'm like, honestly, probably like consistently a year. But then like I just took a 6-month gap off after Montana because it's just like I
Yeah.
don't know. So it's like
Mm.
it's so to do that. But
You
I
spitting
love this
facts.
love the city select aspect though.
Yeah, I like that. I
I
like
was
state versus state stuff. I think that would be cool. You
well
get
on
a state team, like a North Carolina team against a Tennessee team. I like that. You know,
I'm the
you get people competing as a team. So sorry.
There's no, you're good. I keep interrupting you. But there's no other woman polar in New Jersey. So it's like I don't have anyone. Like
I get that.
New
Like there's
York,
only three in South Carolina.
Brooklyn, but like not I don't know. I hate to say like up there, but like they're all like newbies. So it's like and like I'm fine with that. It's just very different. And
Yeah.
I'm very
Who's the
is that
closest person to you?
woman?
Is Michelle Dugan the closest person to you?
Yeah, but she's 4 hours away.
You can make that
Ouch.
drive, girl.
Yeah.
Yep. Meet halfway.
Yeah,
I can
maybe,
see Michelle and James going, I got the table, I got the risers. Let's meet halfway. We're at a gym. Shit, do that shit in the back of a parking lot.
I like I it's so hard because I'm just like I'm never on Facebook. I mean like now I'm on Facebook a lot more because of this and I'm like commenting a lot more but like I just never know what tournament's going on. So I always like text Lucky and like
True.
what tournament's going on? Like it's so hard because like they post it and then if you're not in that group, if you're not following that promoter and like I was out of it for a year, so it's like I don't know who the top promoters are anymore. So it's like I don't even know what matches are going on. So I usually just reach out to like Lucky or someone else and be like, what tournaments are on right now?
I stay on Arm Fighters a good bit to see what's up there because usually everybody gets their stuff on there. But I hate the fact that I constantly miss James and Michelle's stuff. Like they just had a tournament recently. I'm like, that would have been fun because I love them as promoters.
And
Um, I
I
really wanted to go to Washington, but I was so afraid to book a flight during the shutdown and then get screwed and not have a flight to get there because
Oh, people made it, Amanda. People made it. They
so
made
it's
it. So let me ask you
so
girls
I
a question.
have the people.
Okay, so Nathan says the only one in the 160 plus class that has a legit win on someone in the top 10 in North America. Boom, there you go. You see that, Maddie? You got some love.
Thanks.
Now,
Glad I'm in the rankings
there
because I
was
hate
the see. So here's the thing: you just had the East First West tournament that took place not last week or that's last weekend, and that would have been a perfect opportunity. I don't know how many women showed up, but Michelle Dugan was there, Valerie Beach was there, Courtney Hike was there. That would have been a good opportunity to kind of go, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go out there and see what's going on. But I understand, like for example, look at Maddie. She's a teacher, so she probably can't get that time off like any other. It's a little different. You got priorities to deal with, and now she's on a what'd you say a 19-day break now?
Yeah, I have some time.
So yeah, so there you go. Amanda, what you got coming on for 2026 aside from the round robin? Because I'm kind of curious to hear from you. Are you going to Camel City?
I would love to. The plan is to just because it's North Carolina and they're close by, and you want to support your fellow anything. And I love Christina's done some really cool stuff for us females, and so hopefully, because I know Merlene's going, Katie will probably go. I know we had a new girl there last time, so most likely because it's just close by. I mean, why not? The only downfall, it's like the week before my birthday, and I'm kind of like
Oh, birthday
wanted to
present.
save
There
my
you
money.
go.
Huh?
Birthday present. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, but I would only pull left though. I would not be pulling right until after the round robin. So, so I would do that. WSA is coming. I would do that. I really wanted to do Canada in March as well. No, I don't. I will not be doing Winter Blast. Mm, What else? May, I will definitely do Worlds again. Hopefully try to steal a spot for India. I'd have to get some more sponsorship for that. But either way, I'm still going to keep going to those just to see how I qualify. And that's all I can think of right now. I really would like to get into sit downs too. I really want to try sit
Oh, they're
downs.
fun. They're a good
So
time.
yeah, I got to practice one time and that was pretty cool. So I really want to hit up a sit downs. So yep,
I think the sit down nationals got moved from April to March this coming year. So
I know, and so much is going on in
FYI.
March.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's about it.
Uh-oh, we got some breaking news. Shane Owen says Katie will not be at Camel City. Unfortunately, they rescheduled her kids' basketball team game that day to the same time as the tournament starts, and she's the coach. Well, there you go. So unfortunately, there'll be no.
We're not going to have any females because I mean, it really. Here's what. Okay, this is. I'm not going to shit on North Carolina women, but I gotta say something, and I don't know how far everybody is. We only have 3 women in South Carolina that pull, and we show up to our tournament every time. We know who's going to win, but we still show up. Going to Camel City, knowing that there's what, like 11 North Carolina women and only 2 showed up last time. That's kind of like sad. Like, and 2 South Carolina women showed up too. Like, I always see the North Carolina women pull together for super matches, the throwdown at Redmond's, but I'm not really seeing them coming so much together all the time for all their tournaments, except for I think when Port City does some stuff. So, like, there's a lot of women up there. So why aren't they showing up for their own state at all their matches? Just curious.
And I think that's what I brought that comment. Why I think round robins is the thing for you ladies, because at least they all show up. Money or not, they all show up. And that's what we need. We need more a variety. And by the way, there's also another one the following month in May. That's the one here in the States. So the one we're talking about now is in Canada. The one after that in May will be happening in the States. So question. Are you girls a part of the one in May also?
Nope.
Okay. So because I'm curious, and whenever that list gets, out there, I'm sure Lucky knows. I mean, she'll send me the roster or whatever once it gets finalized. But I think, with this one, since we're talking about, you ladies round robin matches, I think what it comes down to is that I don't know what your training is like, but for a round robin, especially, this ain't a double elimination. You got to pull all 11 ladies in your class. Therefore, your training might alter a little bit. You may have to go more conditioning, and make sure that stamina is there as opposed to like a normal tournament. So just think, oh, I got 11 girls in my class. Cool. Now I got to pull every single one of them. What does that look like to you ladies? I'll let Maddie go first. What does that look like to you?
I'm not giving away my secrets. Especially because I'm not the favorite. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's a whole different way. Like for me, at least, like I moved houses, so whole new gym. So that's all I can say. I'm not the person that posts videos of me working out. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but Jim Bryan, who was my original coach, he said, we don't take videos in the gym. They can see at tournaments. So that's just know I'm working.
And that's smart.
It's definitely different from anything I've ever done.
I don't video. I have a heart.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something I didn't do. I think it was always maybe an insecurity at first. Like, even when my coach was like, hey, do this movement so I can check your form. And I'm over there just busting it out going, fuck, I forgot to send the video. So taking pictures, recording yourself. No, I work out 99% of the time at home since I have enough of what I need here. But yeah, I don't record, and we don't do videos at practice either. You're not allowed to come film at practice. So we don't do that. So I honestly think
and
I'm probably
like I said, No, that's smart. I mean, and I'm not like trying to get you girls to like let out your secrets. It's just that with a round robin like this, with the talent that's in both classes, your training might be a little different because like, hey, now I got to pull each and every one of y'all, this class or that class, no matter what. Even if I got 2 losses, I still got to compete 9 more times.
I like that because I mean, that's the plus side about it is like you're gonna go see, you might catch a hand, you might slip real fast. Like everybody just always just wants a little bit of taste. I'm hoping the fact that I do cardio helps me with some sort of stamina, you know. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, right now I will say my confidence is not like 100%. It'll probably get there closer. I just feel like I'm the least knowledgeable on my side. I'm probably the most boring to watch because I don't share shit about myself. I just post and support everybody else. But fuck, I'm excited to touch hands with these women. I really am. I don't care if they whip my ass, just to support other badass women. You know what I mean? Because my ass has been
okay.
getting whooped. I've been getting my ass whooped since I started. I'm just now catching hands, okay? And the fact that I went to Worlds and I caught like 3 people, please. I was like happy sad. You just walked away going, God, what the? Oh shit! It was great. I don't fucking know. It's a ball of emotions. Worlds was the shit.
See, here's the thing, and this is what I like because that statement you just made, that's how it was when I first got into the sport. It was about my class. Ooh, I have a chance to get an upset win, maybe, or I might have a chance to see the different levels to see, okay, how good is that person? And I think now that we done fast forward to we're about to be on the brink of 2026, and so many people, men and women, are so worried about wins and losses that it's that hey, I want to. They won't go unless they know they're guaranteed a fucking medal or they're guaranteed top 3 because there's money involved, and it blows my mind because I'm thinking, okay, if you're worried about wins or losses and you don't want to lose, then maybe this ain't the sport for you. And I always,
You're a hobby puller.
I've always
I'm
questioned
sorry,
that.
you're a hobby puller. You're pulling because it's a hobby, and that's okay. But like I said, if you're all about rankings and you don't want to be challenged, then that's what life's about, being challenged. Like, just get out the way. Quit being a puss. Sorry.
Woo!
If we
No,
women
my show is rated
go,
R.
sorry. If we women can go and, for example, take the first round robin. Look how many people were like, Sarah's pulling, and they still showed up because they were like, oh, this is going to be amazing. I know she's going to whip my butt, but they still went. And some of them have rankings and all that stuff. And everybody wants a piece of Merlene. And these are wanting a piece out of respect. It's not like, oh, I've been pulling for so long. I want to see where I am.
100%.
And what I like, and this is not, God, I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. What I really do love about the 161 plus minus, I think there's maybe 2 girls that are really on the smaller side. The weight difference between everybody is pretty similar, at least in a handful. So you don't have to go, nobody's going in the 161 class. You have someone who could be 240 pounds going against a 161. So there's more balance on that side. So
Right.
I'm looking more forward to that class, watching y'all pull, than my own. Because I'm like, I know I'm just excited about the women, but I'm like, this is great. Because sometimes that 161 plus, that 155 plus, you have 80 pounds of difference with, I mean, it doesn't even seem like it's fair to watch, 20 pounds is one thing, but 80 pounds, like, so if a smaller girl pulls up and beats, she's awesome. That smaller girl loses, hey, it's a no-win either way for the lighter person. But when you have somebody who's matching weight to weight, it really is going to set the stage more for them because they battled in their own weight class. I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate open weight class on East versus West. I wish they'd get rid of it.
We got 2 comments. One's a question. So the first comment's from Courtney Hike. She says, Yes, challenge yourself. That's why I love the sport, is to challenge myself. And if I lose, then it gives me something to work and do better. I agree with that. Totally agree with that. Yes, do you ladies agree?
Hell yeah.
100%.
Hell yeah. I've already.
But we have a question. Question for both you ladies from Shane Owens. Says, common consensus is Maddie is the favorite. Who does Maddie herself think the top three will be? What about the top three in the 160 class? Same question for Amanda. So, Maddie, your version, who do you think your top three will be in this round robin? You know who Shane Owens is, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's so hard. Just because I don't know half the women. And I only know Martha because I pulled her when I was little, younger. And it's I pulled Marlene before, never pulled Katie. So it's it's really only what I'm really hearing. I think, I hope top four, myself, Marlene, Katie, Martha. I hope. But Freddie, I think that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even seen Freddie, but I've seen her pull. I'm like, oh, okay. And Amanda, to kind of go back on you, what you're saying, this is the lightest I've ever pulled. I've
I was
dropped
going to
80
tell that
pounds.
you look different.
Thank you. I've dropped 80 pounds since Montana. So now I'm
That's the
gonna
ring I was
be
talking about, though.
but I'm gonna be on the whole other side of it now. So it's
Yeah.
I used to be heavier. I was okay, I'm right matching these women, or I'm heavier than them. Now it's I'm gonna see a whole different side. So that's also part of my training when I pull people is I'm seeing, okay, how much strength did I lose? Did I lose a lot of strength? And so this a whole new ball game for me, and I absolutely love it. I feel fantastic when I arm wrestle now. I mean, I did before, but it's exciting to see this chapter. So now not only can people say, haters, mostly men, say oh, she only won because she's 100 pounds heavier.
Whoa,
She doesn't even
whoa.
I hate that shit. That gets
Sorry, it's happened. And
it happens to so many. Like I told you, when it comes to lighter to a heavier, you're damned if you do. I came in this program starting around 200, and I'm sitting at 158. So yeah, I get where you're coming, learning where your stamina is, where your strength is, because sometimes it just is there 1 week and then it's not there for
yeah,
2 weeks. So, but yeah, but I still do believe your class has more. And talking about women's weight is super taboo because
mhm,
it's just all people ever focus on with us. But we gotta
unfortunately.
not be embarrassed of it. But that's an individual thing that a woman has to get through on their own. Again, I was big, and I still sometimes look at myself seeing big. But if it's my turn to answer, right in this moment, only the people I've only pulled with Martha, Marlene, Stephanie, and Katie out of that. And I've only had Katie in practice. So my fuck, Martha's in my top three, dude. She's a world champion, so I think everybody's gonna read it. I'm gonna go more on experience here. I do have the M's, Martha, Maddie, and Merlene. Merlene just
Right.
has the experience in the table IQ. Same with Martha. I do believe Maddie's picked it up there. So that's how I see that. I don't know the rest of them. In my class, again, I said Leerin, Tamara, and Danielle are the top three. So
And
that's what
that's a
I'm.
good pick. So,
Yeah.
and just before we go any further, I just got to say there was a troll in the chat. Got rid of the troll. They were getting kind of corny and gotten out of line and disrespectful. So I had to ban that person. So
Oh, well, what did
we're
they
going forward.
say?
Well, they were asking how much you women weigh, and just it's just stupid
I
shit. It's
told
you know
you
what?
they
It
care
doesn't.
so much.
That's
I'm
why I'm
100. I'm 158 pounds and 6 ounces. I'm 5'5". I'm going to be 46. I'm perimenopause. My mountain peak sag, dude. What do you want to know? That's me.
well, okay.
You got to
So
do it one way
I
or
get
another.
that,
But
but
it's
the thing is though is that I want to focus more on the round robin, not how much you ladies weigh and this, that, and the other. And they were just talking to just you know how trolls are. It's
well,
just I had to get
well, I
rid of
think
them.
some. Yeah,
So
I get it. But I think some of us want to see how close we are into the class. Like again, I think in my class, I think everybody typically walks around between like 145 and maybe 165. But that's
Mhm.
my speculations. So I'm still in the process of dropping. I might go back up to 176. I don't know. And I'm just speculating on the women on the other side too. But when you're
Right.
when you're heavier, people care more about it. I don't know why. It's always mass moves mass. We make all these, yeah. So, but yeah.
Mm, I guess, from a guy standpoint, we talk about the open class, the supers. Everyone wants to focus on that, but don't forget about the lighter weight category. They're just as good. They may be more technical, but they're just as good. So
Hmm.
that goes the same thing. So everyone, if you want to talk about like the lighter ladies, we could talk about Fia, right? Rightfully so. We could talk about her and how she can just kick anyone's ass, some guys included. There's some
Hmm.
women out there who can beat the hell out of some of the guys. Don't matter what weight class it is. It could be
Yep.
open, 70 kg, whatever, and they can really kick some ass. Nathan says, all right, if you pull an open weight at an event, then the excuse of size difference is not valid. So shut up about it. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it comes down to. Because honestly, to a certain degree, when you get to a certain level, ain't about the weight, because we've seen John Verzink kick the shit out of people who outweighed him by 80 pounds.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean nothing. Um, as far as the lower level tournaments and athletes, weight may make a difference, but once you get to that higher upper echelon, it don't matter. But here's my thing, and this is where I've ran into this a couple of times. Sometimes people can be in a no-win situation. And let's just use a guy for example, just to let you ladies know what's going on. If a guy who weighs 235, we'll just use myself an example. I'm 235. If I were to pull somebody who's 215, I'm in a no-win situation. Why is that? Because on paper, damn, Jody, you weigh 20 more pounds. You should be able to beat him. And if I beat him, kudos, Jody. Yeah, you beat somebody 20 pounds heavier. But that same narrative, and we flip the script, and that guy beats me. Oh, dude, you lost to somebody who weighs 20 more, pounds less than you. What's your problem? So that kind of puts you in a no-win situation,
Told
right?
you.
But like I said, you get to the upper echelon, it don't matter. It's all about IQ and how strong you are. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
there's Courtney. She goes, I think if you're a competitor in that class, y'all want to know about other competitors' weight. However, a spectator, who cares? We all know the math doesn't math. So it all depends. I'll think weight doesn't really matter unless you're on a lower level, like amateur. That's when it really matters. But like I said, once you get to upper echelon, it doesn't matter at that point. In my opinion, Maddie, what do you think?
I don't know. I'll let you know. No, I'm kidding. I just people, people are so fixated on weight, and it's just I think Jocelyn. I even messaged her. Loved her post. She posted her like deadlifting and said, "People are so worried about how much I weigh. You should be worried about the amount of weight on my bar." And that's awesome, right? So like you don't even you can know my bench PR. That's fine. Like that's not going to do anything. Also, side note about like the being lighter, like I was taught and brought into the sport by all old timers. They always
Mhm.
have been telling 70% technique beats anything. So it's 70% technique, 30% strength. I arm guys in college when I first started arm wrestling. Now I don't, but like guys in college all the time that are way stronger than me in the gym and way heavier than me, but I have technique over them. Like any day, technique wins. And like even in those long matches, like technique wins. So it's like, I don't know. I'll let you know because now I'll be in the lighter end of the class. But right now, it's not, you're also
Yeah.
not laying, like, it's not like wrestling. Like, you're not laying on the table. So at the end of the day, it's who's stronger and who's more technical. That's my, but I don't know.
Yes.
But
No, I agree with that. I totally agree with that because yes, at the end of the day, you know, technique does plays a major role in that. But at the same time, we can argue about that all day. Is it strength? Is it technique? It's a little bit of both because you know, at some point you got to have the strength in order to perform that technique, right? So I mean, you could say, like I said, if you go, let's say East versus West, right? Everybody's on a power level, like it ain't that much because even I think Todd Zilla had mentioned that. Once you get to a certain level up there, the strength is not that far, but technique will come into play. Or some people rely on a bone lock or wherever the fuck, and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, everyone up there, men and women, they're all strong. Now, how you get to your lane is where that's where, because if you look at the ladies, for example, if you look at Barbara, Jocelyn, Gabby, Egla, just those four right there, they're all strong. But they're all strong in different areas though, right? So, yeah, we can sit there and just mow people over, but if you look at Egla, you think, okay, well, she's strong in certain spots where, okay, it's hard to, break through that threshold. We'll take, we'll use Courtney Hike, very strong. She proved that when she pulled Nadia at the Mac event. It was a Mac 5, I think. And, strong too. She's strong in her spot. Now, I would love to see her at one of these round robins because now, if her name was in the hat, right, then all of a sudden, all you ladies would be like, oh, yeah, I want to see what Courtney's all about. Because then all of a sudden, you want to see how you match up with somebody that, that's it's about the rising star, in my opinion. Because I know I got some, in my opinion, there's some ladies out there who are rising stars, such as, Maddie, and I still wish you got calls, but for whatever reason you didn't, but whatever. But I think you're a rising star. I think Katie Marie, rising star. There are some ladies out there who already solidified themselves, like a Tamara Mix, like a Leanne Wilson, and the list goes on and on. But I tell you what, when April 11th comes rolling around, we're going to see exactly when the smoke clears. There's going to be tons of questions, right? There's going to be matches made down in the future round robin. There's going to be question marks about, wow, that was a good match, but can she beat so-and-so fresh for fresh? There's going to be all kind of questions. I guarantee it. Your thoughts? Yeah. Amanda, what do you think?
I definitely can see some people wanting super matches. I'm going to be honest with you. What I want to see at the end of this round robin is the winner, the top 3 winners in 160 go against the top 3 winners in the 161 plus, just for fun. I do. I want to see it. We're going to have a tournament right after.
Why not?
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Just a super one and done, I think that would be fun. But yeah, I can see matches coming after this. I can see some super matches. I know, I think Learen's man has been trying to get some more matches for her too, and nobody's wanting to bite the bullet with her. And I also want to see new matches. I don't want to see the same super matches of the women over and over again. Again, you gotta let some of these newbies come in. I know people are bitching that they didn't see their favorite person on this round robin. Hey, sorry, boohoo, suck it, get over it. New women are coming in, and in order for this women's sport to grow, you need the new people. If you want to see your favorite person constantly pulling, she needs new people, okay? They may not be the people maybe the people you like, but if you're going to support women's arm wrestling, you have to support all the functions. You can have a favorite person, but if that's the only person, then you don't support women, you support a woman. And then, hey, that might just be your thing. But there's plenty. Like, I'm going to shout out, I think her name is Kennedy. I think it's Adam Hohen's daughter. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me. I want to see that girl at Worlds. That little girl. His family's got some, like, that whole dynamic. His kids pull. They're strong as hell. She's a bad little mama jamma, for real. I want to see Courtney at Worlds. I'd love to see Marlene get to Worlds. I think a lot of us women should be looking for that aspect. constantly pulling North America, constantly pulling Canada. I think you really should pull your girls here and then go test your limits against other people, because that's really, especially if you're really into arm wrestling, that's what I'd like to see. But
You
yeah,
know who I
that's
wish was in this round robin in the 160 class? Her name is E.T. She crushed it at the
I know who you're talking
WAF
about.
World. Yes. If Edie was in this class, woo, man, I'm telling you. You know what I'm
Any
saying?
female, for real, any of the female juniors that I saw pull at WAF, let me tell you, they scare me more than this roster does. I'm sorry, but they do. The juniors, the sub youth, they were amazing. Those kids went through more hell and waiting around than masters and pros did. It was amazing. Canada people even showed out. Like, I got chills still of how the youth performed there. But yeah, I love Edie. I love Peyton. I'd love to see
Yeah,
both of
Peyton
them.
Pickering. There's another one,
Yep.
you know? And she'll be
So
coming to
get.
my event in June, and she's pulling Merlene, by the way.
Oh yeah, I think I just saw that. That's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna throw this in here because I sent it to Merlene. So sorry, Merlene, I'm putting it out there. I really want to see Merlene and Courtney pull.
Ooh.
That's what I want to see. I Merlene is, again, people forget that she's in the sport sometimes, and she's been doing it for a long time, double digits, coming and going. Y'all got to remember, she got a life, she got kids. So and I think she has the right to ask for money to come to a tournament. I need you to pay my way a little bit. Courtney's rising up. She's beating Nadia, because I wanted Merlene and Nadia to pull. But yeah, that's who I'd like to see. And then I'd like to see them go, one of those two, challenge back for the number one spot again for the 154s of North America.
Just to let you know, that was the original match at MAC, was Merlene and Courtney. But because of job and all that kind of stuff, she couldn't make it happen. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the story went, it was originally Courtney and Merlene. Then Merlene couldn't do it. Then it was Courtney and Leerin, and she couldn't do it. Then it became Courtney and Nadia. That's how that went down.
Well, shit, that's still three awesome women's. At least she got one of them. So that's amazing.
Right, exactly. So she did what she had to do. But now we're going to ask the $1 million question. Because I'm going to ask you first, Amanda, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end it with Miss Madison there, because you're ready to kick me in my shin. So I'm going to ask you this. Miss Amanda, who was that one person you really want to pull? I want to know. The chat wants to know. Everybody wants to know.
I need a redemption pull on Stephanie Spencer from WSA. First hand I ever caught, she beat me. I need to go backwards to go forwards, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
wait, say that one more time. Backwards and forwards?
I have to go backwards to go forwards. So the first time I ever caught a hand during a tournament, that was Stephanie's. If you go watch the finals, I got a little grip on her, not much, but she has more time and technique on me and skill.
Right.
I think I have her. I think I know how she pulls. We actually keep trying to get a super match together, but we're on both sides, we're on the opposite. So we'd have to come middle ground. But that, and then I need to get some redemption from I think it's Lisa from North Carolina. She's beat me every time too. So I got to go back to everybody who's beat me. I got the list. I got my kill sheets, what I got. So I need to go. That's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go back to everybody that beat me and keep seeing where I mount up. So
I know what you got. You got a towel and then got these ladies' names, and then when you conquer, you're gonna have a Sharpie. You just cross the names off as you go, right?
I love them, dude. I do. I love them. But I have who's all beat me left-handed, right-handed, and my left-handed squat, but I still pull it for balance. Yeah. I mean, you got to do it.
There you go. So the next question goes. The same question goes to you, Maddie. Do you ever pull left, or are you just a right-hand dominant person?
I played softball my whole life, so my left arm is just already not. It's just my glove hand, so it's just the peg holder. I mean, no, I probably will never pull left. I'm sorry. It's not
Oh,
My
okay.
bicep in my Montana measured at 21 inches. It was the biggest bicep in the whole tournament. And then even out of the men. And my left measures at 15.
Damn.
So
Oh,
yeah.
Like an
flexing on
inch
people. Is
off.
that what you're trying to tell us?
No, not now. That's not. No, remember, I
So,
lost a lot of weight, so now it's not that.
right.
But I don't know. With me, it's so hard because I think I'm ranked third right now, third or fourth. I have no idea. I couldn't even pay attention.
Mhm.
In which ranking?
The
Like top
North,
north, all over?
North America. I think North America.
Okay.
So I think I'm third to fourth, but everyone above me is like Jocelyn or Sarah. Like, so it's like,
Right.
do I go right up there? I don't think so. I feel like there's so many other steps for me to go. I want to see Heidi. I want to see Sarah Wilson. I know she hasn't pulled right in a little bit, but I would love to pull her. I would love to go back to Paige Williams because I lost to her in Worlds when I competed as a junior, but I pulled up. And then
Right.
Marlene. So it's just like, I feel like there's one more. Oh, my first match ever, I lost against oh my gosh, it's so bad. Alexandra? Alexandra? I haven't seen her
Alex
pull for a while.
Topro?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alex Topro been taking L's because I think, if I'm not mistaken, her last two matches, she lost to Courtney Hike and she lost to Danielle Everson. So her last two, and I think she
won't
lost.
pull. I don't think she'll pull up to me though. So that's where I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But first match ever, went into like COVID canceled my freshman year of college for softball. I went up to my dad. I
Mhm.
said, "What can I do?" He said, "Start arm wrestling for the summer." I was like, "Okay," but once softball comes back, you're done. First tournament around was AC World qualifiers for IFA. I got
Right.
second, and she flashed me twice. I said, "I'm brand new. I just started 2 weeks ago." Flashed me twice. Oh, I want payback more than anything. I have not let that go. It's been 4 years. Still to this day, I have not let that go. So, and then I went to IFA. She wasn't there. Like, she didn't pull in the tournament.
Oh,
So
she was there, but she didn't pull though.
she didn't pull. Yeah. So I would love to
Right.
pull her. Oh yeah, you were there. That's where I met you.
Yep.
Yep. That day. But yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Maddie must have got a phone call. How dare you guys call during this interview? What the hell's
There
going on?
Ah.
You must have got it. You get a phone call?
Yeah, I did.
See, what I tell you.
Sorry.
When that blackout happens, somebody got a phone call. So, but yeah, so I mean, I'm excited to see what happens because I can, when my next two guests come on the show, we're gonna talk about the same thing where it's like going, okay, here we go. You know, it all depends on who gets what. We don't know. I'm excited to watch it. I know everybody in the chat's excited to watch it. You never know because there's going to be some matches made based up on these round robins going forward, and it's only December, folks. Like, what are we doing here? And this is not until April 11th. So much time between now and then. I'm gonna knock on wood. Everyone is healthy. That way they can still compete because the downfall of this is that you make this almost a year in advance and then people start dropping out. Then you got to like scramble and plug some people back in, you know? So that is also the downfall about making a round ball. Yes. Like once you commit, but sometimes life gets in the way, you know? So it happens. You know, but I want to try to keep this positive, you know, by saying, hey, I'm excited to see you ladies compete. You know, and with that being said, thank you, ladies, for taking time out. Magnificent Monday was a success to have you on the show. And it's what, the 22nd? So Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you. Right back at you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Jody,
everybody in the
one
chat,
of these days,
thanks for joining us.
Maybe one of these days I'll be your favorite. we're 0 for 2, but it's okay. So thanks for the extra punch right there.
You're one of my favorites.
Thank you.
But here's the thing, though.
Is in Montana, I was not a favorite, and they announced my name, and I went right up to Dakota, and I go, "What's gonna happen?" And he loved it. So it's okay. Maybe one day.
Let's just say, hey, let's play, because I still think Katie's going to win. That's just my opinion. But let's just say some way, somehow you win it, and I don't pick you, and you say, okay, you're 0 for 2, then that means if I keep picking against you, you'll keep winning. Is that what I'm understanding?
Like you said,
I
you're
mean,
lighting
I
the
guess.
fire.
I guess it's, yeah.
And then,
You
God
know
forbid, the
you
one
might be
time I
onto
do
something.
pick you, and if I do pick you and you lose, then are you going to blame me too?
Maybe.
That's what we
No.
women do. It's always the man's fault.
No, it's okay.
Well,
I like being the underdog. It's all good.
Yeah.
I get it. But like I said, no disrespect. I got to pick one. But truthfully, I got love for all you ladies. I'm glad you ladies get to go out there and do what you do best, is compete. And I can't say enough. Some of the comments you ladies said on the show, I agree wholeheartedly. Stop bitching, fucking come out, bring your ass, and fucking compete, or get the either shit or got the pot. Bottom line, because I'm actually tired of it too. It makes it very difficult for somebody like me to support the ladies when some of the ladies, we ain't mentioning names, but some of the ladies do that shit. You know, whatever anger you got toward a certain person or whatever hangups you got, who cares? This is about competing. If you don't want to compete, go somewhere, drop off, let other people jump in there and take the rankings. Or, you know, if you're not going to compete, there's no point in you being up there. But I think, honestly, a lot of that has to do with the people who are in charge of the rankings. That's their fault too.
Amen.
Because from a guy standpoint, there's guys in his rankings that, you know, again, and here, I'll say this, and then this will make sense too. For a long time, if you go to the In the Hook rankings, and Austin Jaggers was what? 6th place? Well, guess what? The 5 guys ahead of him all compete each. There's no goddamn all guys compete nationally. Not fair, right? So again, there you have it, right? So with the ladies, it may differ a little bit. I mean, some, you know, kind of get jostled around, but there are some ladies up there who probably need to get, you know, bumped down some because they don't compete, or they compete once a year, or compete in that top 10. Here's the round robin you do, you know, but there are some who do compete there, and they do what they have to do, and they stay up there. So rightfully so. But again, that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is that I wish all the girls luck, and y'all gonna have to wait and tune in to see who my next 2 guests are. Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies,
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. It was
Talk to y'all
fun. I
soon.
enjoyed this.
Take care.